Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I'm from Lahore, Pakistan, and this time I'm teaching you how to write your report. This is the part of academic IELTS writing task 1, and in the last video I taught you how to describe a diagram. If there is a process diagram, how to describe all that. Now we are going to see how to compare data. So please follow your handouts. How do I compare data, or they call it data as well, both are right. Some graphs or charts contain more than one set of data. For example, graph 2 below compares the participation of boys and girls. Now look at that, please. Look at graph 2. It's given down there. Okay, so it's basically boys and girls. One bar chart is about boys and one bar chart is about girls in different sports. Use the words in the box. There are some words on the left side to complete these sentences which compare some of the data. Now we are going to learn the words and sentences for comparison. Number 17. More boys than girls play soccer. Now look at soccer.
Yes, sir.
Is it true?
Yes.
More boys than girls play soccer. What is it? It's the comparative language. More boys than girls play soccer. Any difficulty? No, that's good. Number 18. The most popular sport among girls is netball. Clear? Yeah, no boy at all, huh? Small boy is there, maybe a child. The most popular sport among girls is netball. Now the most popular. Any difficulty? And again, what are you doing? You are comparing. The most popular sport among girls is netball. Number 19. While swimming is popular among boys and girls. Now look at swimming. While swimming is popular among boys and girls, fewer boys participate in sports. Now you can see in other sports, there are just fewer boys who participate in this sport. While swimming is popular among boys and girls, fewer boys participate in sport. When you say fewer boys, means as compared to the girls, there are fewer boys. And dash any girl play cricket. Hardly any girls play cricket. Clear? So hardly any and these type of sentences you got to learn. Okay, now the next is, now describe the graph in at least 2 paragraphs. Write an introduction sentence about the purpose of this graph. Select 3 key features to include in your description and decide which data to use to illustrate them. Make some comparisons and provide a general overview. Now I'm going to give you the full report and you got to look at this thing, look at this table, look at this bar chart, and whatever I speak, you have to see it here. Every sentence I speak, you got to find it here. Okay, let's start. The bar graph provides information about the most common sports played in Australia in 2003. Agree?
Yes.
It gives figures for both boys and girls and clearly shows that their participation in sports is fairly equal. Participation is not fairly equal. No, actually they are participating. Now we are not talking about less or more, but at least they are participating. If there are 50 girls and 10 boys, still 10 boys are participating. Fairly equal means there isn't any sport where there is one sport where there is hardly one boy or less, but otherwise they are participating in all the sports, right? So it gives figures for both boys and girls and clearly shows that their participation in sports is fairly equal. However, their sporting preferences, participation is equal but preferences tend to be different. Clear?
Yes.
I mean, boys and girls, they are participating in all the sports, but their preferences are different. Girls don't like cricket. It's mentioned there. And the boys don't like netball or what? Netball. Yes. Let's go ahead. Now, first paragraph is done. I'll give you this thing also, right? The next paragraph. According to the graph, the most popular sport among girls is netball. That's right. With participation rates reaching 25%. Yes, agree?
Agree.
Right. A similar percentage of boys prefer soccer, which is clearly their favorite sport.
Yes.
All right? Okay. 10% of boys also enjoy playing cricket, but hardly any girls take part in this game. Clear? So these are the highlights you are giving, right? Or what were we calling this thing? These important.
Comparison.
No, but the points we were giving, highlights. Sorry? Key factors, exactly, the key factors. So 10% of boys also enjoy playing cricket, but hardly any girls take part in this game, while swimming is popular among both boys and girls. Agree? I mean, let's talk about the percentage later, but it is popular. Means there is a large number of boys and a large number of girls. Fewer boys participate in this sport. Got it? Fewer boys participate in this sport, about 13% compared to approximately 22% of girls. 13% boys and 22% of girls. Now the next paragraph. Other sports such as tennis, basketball and martial arts have lower levels of popularity, and a significant percentage of boys and girls say they enjoy sporting not referred to on the chart. What if I get more than one graph? It is quite common for task 1 to involve more than one piece of information relating to the topic. There can be two things, one bar chart, one pie chart, but they will be related to each other. For example, once I saw that manufacturing of tea, there was a pie chart. Manufacturing of tea, 20% it is manufactured in this country, 30% that country, 40% that country, and all that. One bar chart, one pie chart was about manufacturing of tea, and second bar chart was about the consumption of tea. So they are related. If they're gonna be two, they will be related. One consumption and one is the manufacturing of that, right? So they will be the link of that. In this case, you can have the option. In the introduction, talk about both one by one. In the body, talk about one. Then the next paragraph, talk about the other one. Again, the formula is gonna be same. Method is gonna be same. And in conclusion, again, you will give a reference of both. Okay, so it is quite common for task 1 to involve more than one piece of information relating to the topic. In this case, you will have to describe and compare the information. We'll fill in the blanks. This is the same chart which we went through about sports. The information is here. Let's do this activity. Complete the introduction and first paragraph below of an answer based on comparison of the two graphs. Now they're given two graphs, so there's going to be the comparison. The first graph shows which sports are most popular among Australian children, and the second graph compares boys and girls participation in these activities. Alright, simple. Okay, in case if you're getting both graphs, then you will write the first paragraph like that. The first graph shows which sports are most popular among Australian children, and the second graph compares boys and girls participation in these activities. Clear? Let's go ahead. Now one by one. The first graph shows that swimming is the most popular sport among Australian children, with 15% of children participating. So there are 15% of them, they are participating in swimming. However, from the second graph, now however means contrast, the opposite thing. However, from the second graph, we can see that there are almost twice as many girls, very good. There are twice as many girls involved in these sports as boys. As boys means comparison. By contrast, while 12% of all children play soccer, the percentage of boys, now you will write percentage as English word, percentage, Percentage. The percentage of boys playing this sport is far greater than that for girls, with only 5% of girls playing soccer compared to almost 25% of boys. 25% boys are playing soccer and only 5% girls are playing soccer. So this is how you can talk about both.